Okay, so you have all the parts made. So this would be roughly day 6, day 7, and we're going to assemble everything together. So let's go ahead, go File, New, and start a standard.iam assembly file. So we've made all our parts, we've moved down to the assembly, and let's open up an assembly. Now we're going to have to place in all the necessary components. So my components might vary from yours, but go ahead and get all the important components by going to Place, and then finding the location of where everything is saved to. So for mine, I'm going to need my box, my dowel rod, and I'm holding down Shift while I'm doing this. Let's get the eccentric cam, the hexagon cam, and the snail cam. Actually, let's just get it all. And I'm just going to drop all these in here at once, although you can do it one at a time also if you like. I just do it this way because it's faster and I can move things. Okay, so I'm going to need 3 of these dowel rods over here, so I could just copy them, right-click copy, right-click paste, and just do that a couple times to generate 3 of these. And let's go ahead and scrap one of these cams. I'm going to go ahead, I feel like the eccentric cam would be the easiest to work with, so I'm going to just scrap that so that we could focus on the more difficult ones. But if you want to use the eccentric cam, go for it. It will work just the same. Okay, let's put the handlebar in first. I'm going to go to Constrain, to my Insert Constraint, and I'm going to connect the end of the handle to the end of the box. And you hear that click, it was pretty loud. It's the wrong way, but that's fine. I'll just flip the direction by clicking on the aligned option here. And if it was the right way for you, you don't need to click on that option. Okay, but now the handle's in place, so I'm going to hit apply. And then let's go ahead and add the next part, which will be the hexagon cam. And I'm going to switch back to mate. And I'm going to go to the center, and you know it's the center when you see that like line. So you see that line in the center? This is the center of the hexagon cam. I'm going to mate that over to the center of this dowel rod, and you know it's the center because you can see that line. Now heads up, there's going to be a loud sound. Okay, and I'm going to press apply, and then let's do the same with the pair cam. Find that center. There it is. I'm going to put it roughly in the center of here. Hit apply. And then go to the snail cam, find that center, and then put it in the center of the dowel rod. Okay, press apply. Okay, we're going to do the same with these dowels here. So I'm going to find the center of the dowel. You see that line cutting through? I'm going to run it through the line here. Apply. That one. To this one. Apply. There. To here. Apply. Okay. So everything's kind of loosely in place, but nothing's exactly permanent at the moment. So I could still move these up and down. The handle can kind of crank, and these kind of still slide on it. So we still got to fix a few additional things to them. One of the things we need to do is we need to turn on the planes that divide these in half so that we can kind of control them better. So like, let's say right now I have the hexagon cam selected. You can tell that because it's blue. I'm going to open up its selection options here. Then I'm going to go to the origin folder, and I'm going to turn on the YZ plane because that one's cutting it in half, like you can see. So I'm going to right click and turn on the visibility. Did they rename it or something? It's weird. Let me select that again. Okay. Maybe they updated it in a recent version. Who knows? But that's fine. There's other ways you can get that plane to turn on. So what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to turn on that plane, and there's usually a visibility option. But I'm going to double click on the part, and it'll take me back to the original. And then on the original, I could probably find the plane here and turn on its visibility. So that one cuts that in half. And I would need the one that cuts it in half the other way. But as you can see, that doesn't really cut it in half the way I want it. I need it in the center. So I'm going to turn that one off. And then I'm going to use the plane tool up here. And if I select one side, whoops, and then I rotate it to the other side and I click the other side, what it will do is it will average those and put a plane in the center like that. Okay? And then I could just hit the save button. And when I close out of this, it auto updates on my assembly. So I'm just going to jump into the pair cam now and just do the same thing. Turn on the plane that cuts it in half this way, and then use the plane tool to turn on the other one and cut that in half. Okay, save it. And then we'll do the same with the snail cam. Open up the origin folder, turn this one on. Yeah, so that one's the best one for cutting it in half. And then use the plane tool and rotate it to get that other plane on. Save it, close that, and we'll need one for the handle as well. Okay, and the one for the handle just has to be the one that cuts it in half. So it's the XY. In my case, it's the one that cuts it in half this way. Okay, and I'll turn that one on and save that and close that. Okay, so all our planes that are necessary are on and everything's looking good. So that's going to conclude this video, and I'll see you in day 7 where we add the animations to this. Okay, I'll see you. Peace.